Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another AFR broadcast. This time we are bringing you Tier 1 and 2 Championship Round 16 from the Sochi Autodrome in Russia. As usual, I am Kunai Zero, and with me is Psycho.
Good evening, everyone.
Alright, so shouldn't be too long till we can get things kicked off. Just waiting on some of the drivers to finish up their stuff. While we wait, let's have a quick recap of last week. So, of course, last week was a night race at Singapore, and we had Revo win yet again. So that's 5 in a row now. That's put him up to 330 points. Mikau, what's that? Potsy came in second, then Mikau in third. Had an interesting turn of events with the Renaults. Punting into the wall very early and causing a couple of outs, which was a bit... Oh, wait, no, was that Tier 2? I think that was Tier 2, actually. I think I'm getting them mixed up. My mistake. Either way, it was very eventful.
I'm quite excited to see Major Payne tonight. I had a look at some of the times on the boards. He was setting some solid times and performed well last week.
Yeah, Major Payne's one of those drivers where he's obviously got the talent, but sometimes he just gets caught up in the wrong places. A bit like Apollo and Nut. So, both very talented guys, but sometimes just in the wrong place, and then they end up getting hit with massive penalties. Major Payne's also one really, really bad for speeding in the pit lane. So, he really has to watch out on that, eh? But all in all, we should be in for a good one. I believe we have almost a full grid. I think there's 18 drivers in the lobby.
Sochi is deceiving for that one. The speeding in the pit lane is quite easy to do.
It is
the
very,
line it's further back than what you think it is.
It is. Yeah, so the line's pretty much straight after the corner. So I can see how some people would get caught out by that. That is fair. Yep.
I know this because I've done it twice in practice races. This week, trying to get ready myself to go at it in Tier 2.
Alright, so we're just readying up now, and then we'll be able to switch over and get this qualifying session underway. Revo looking to try and break those 129s. He's been doing 130s all week. Which is just ridiculous, but anyway.
That's a scary time, dude.
Yeah, so he's trying to get into the 129s. We'll see if he can do that.
Throw off hope ever wet qualifying.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Not so much wet, but it does look pretty cloudy. If I do say so myself, let's get this switched over.
That does look very ominous.
Alright, so 18 minutes on the board for our drivers to go around and set their fastest flying lap, which of course determines their starting place on the grid. As per usual, you can see that the first car out is Revo there in the Renault. Looks like the Ferrari of Gus is coming out real quick, and Bandcamp will be joining him very, very soon. Both racing points out as well. Alright, so...
Just like to point out that Pepsi and Potsy are on medium and hard tyres.
Yeah, well, I guess they might do that to the start, try and get used to the track without burning the set that they want to use. Everyone's going to be, I would assume, everyone's going to be on the softs. Sochi doesn't seem to have a heavy tyre wear. It doesn't seem to use it of the practice that I've done. Not that I did much, but of the practice that I've done in the practice modes. The soft tyre lasts quite a long time. It's actually very little tyre wear around here, so we'll probably see a soft to medium stint at Sochi. But obviously we'll have to see what these guys do. They're the higher class of driver, so obviously I'll just be copying whatever their tyre strategy is.
That's actually kind of exactly what I do.
It's too easy to do. I mean, if these guys are going to put in the work, I might as well get something out of it, right?
Exactly.
Right.
I just got to get Revo to start showing his setups, and then I'll be right.
No, those are a closely guarded secret. That's never going to happen. You can have his time trial setups, but his time trial setups is such a red herring. they have nowhere near what he uses.
I have actually tried his time trial setups. They're god awful.
Yeah, they just maximize the time around the track, but they're really, really bad for race. Not a lot of people use TT setups for race stints because in a race stint you want the car to be comfortable. You don't necessarily want it to be fast. But anyway, speaking of the devil, Revo coming around that last corner to start his flying lap. He'll cross the line. Let's have a look what he'll be able to do. Maximising the DRS section for the first couple of turns, hard on the brakes as he hits that 100-metre board. You've got to be really, really careful there on turn 2, because if you go too far to the left, it's immediate cancellation of your lap. It'll invalidate. And Sochi is really, really terrible for track limits. You can't push very, very far on the outsides of the track, so you do have to watch where you go, because of course we do use strict corner cutting rules in AFR. If you had regular, it's not too bad, but otherwise it's pretty crazy. There we go. Now he makes his way through sector 2. It's looking like a pretty decent lap so far.
Very tidy.
Into the second DRS zone. Yeah, Zudix. So Revo's downshifts, the reason why he downshifts that way is because basically he's waiting till the last possible second to brake. And when you're doing that, you need the engine to rev. You need the engine to stop as quick as it can, and that's why he switches down so far. So a lot of people will gradually brake and then shift down slowly, whereas Revo maximizes the braking distance and then just bang, 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 bang as quick as he can to make it around the corner. And that'll set him up with a 130.657. Which
it's bloody quick.
Look, it's safe to say that'll be pole time. I'll be really surprised if anybody can match that.
Yeah. I was going to say on the issue with downshifting that quickly is what I find is I've tried to do that, and I get it right sometimes. Other times I might go one gear too low. And then you just lock up the rears and you're gone.
Well, I think we had that. I think it was tier 2 last week. Simdogger, who was on his debut, I believe, accidentally shifted down into neutral coming around the corner.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
And yeah, that was interesting, to say the least. So we've got a couple of more drivers that have come across. Seb with a 131.145, Mikau 131.28, putting in second and third respectively. Wahid for the Mercedes 132.083. That'll put him in fourth. Gus Rules, Geordie 132s. Looks like Jacob Meister will slot in there in fourth, 131.8. As we go down the board, Bandcamp there 132.8. Smitty in 10th, 132.5. Lotus with a 132.9 in 12th. And Nut and Apollo with 133s for 13th and 14th. So on board here with combined YouTuber, who's just making his way through Sector 2. One of 4 drivers was still yet to set a time. So hopefully we'll be able to put McLaren up there in the standings. He moves through turn 11. Fast, sharp turn 12. Be careful here. You want to try and hug the inside of the corner as much as possible, but because of the way you come out of turn 12, you get a lot of push on the outside of the car, so it's very, very hard to keep it nice and tight through that section. And that's where it will catch you out and it'll throw you out wide. And of course, that'll be an invalidation. So down through the gears into second. That's interesting. Okay, and he crosses the line, 133.4. So he'll slot in there at 14th on the medium tyre.
Fair effort on the medium tyre. And it's saying that in that last sector, as you said, with that the sharp right-left, after the right and you come left, it is so easy to spin out trying to get traction. It's very, very difficult to get traction on that corner coming out of it.
Yeah, there are a couple of corners here at Russia that really do catch you out if you're not careful. Alright, so on with Potsy. So one McLaren set itself up in the 14th. Now let's see what the other one can do. Potsy, a very strong contender in this series, but also one that gets plagued with issues from time to time. Hopefully those issues will stay away. So that's his fastest lap. On the hard tyres, he's starting off on the hard compound as well.
Yeah, a few outliers here tonight, trying to something different. I do imagine you're right, they'll swap to the softs, they're just warming up, I think.
Yeah, most people do their warm-ups on the hard as to not interfere with. Oh, Potsy! A little bit of Tokyo drift there. Manages to catch the car though, so no big issues.
Scary around Russia because
oh no, spoke too soon.
Close. Oh,
Into the wall, coming out of turn 10. But oh, sorry, turn 9. My mistake. Turn 10 is always going around now. But luckily for him, he's put the back into the wall, and the back can't be damaged. So yeah, I really hope that changes. I would love to see a full damage model.
Oh, that's so
I can't imagine the drivers would be too happy, but for us viewing, it'd look really, really good.
I want rear wings flying off and rear tyres flying off and damaged side pods. I want all of it.
That's a lot of work. That is a lot of work to do. Just to say. Oh, man. All right, so only 3 drivers left to set a time. Revo's initial pole still stands 1:30.657. On board now with the Ferrari of Gus Rules, who's looking to improve his current time of 1:32.1. Currently 6th position. See if he can climb his way up onto the board. Want to get good points for the Ferrari. Now, usually, of course, there are 2 Ferraris. There's Gus and a Greenie. However, Greenie has just recently become a dad, and so his role as a father has now kicked in, and he won't actually be able to attend this race. So it's all on Gus now. All of the weight of the Ferrari camp. He'll be able to set a good pace.
It's looking good so far. I'm just on board with Matt Sword. He's looks like he's going to start his first lap so soon.
Hello there, LPF 346. Thank you for joining us.
What's up, dude?
So 9 minutes left on that qualifying clock. That's at least enough for a couple more goes around here. See everyone pretty much on an outlap so far. Hey there, Jack. Thank you for tuning in. Here we go. Hard on the outside, but it's still valid. It's a good use of the track limits. Gus has to be careful! Wrestles the front of that car, and that's one of the things that can happen here. The elevation change between the curb and the AstroTurf can unsettle the car, just like you saw. So they've really got to be careful if they make those moves, if they want to try and extend those track limits. Be really, really careful about that. How's the quali so far? Quali's pretty good, as you can see on your left, with the timing board. Revo with a 1:30.6, currently provisional pole. Gus Rules coming on the last couple of corners. Nice use of the apex there. He's only got 1 to go. Will it be an improvement over the 1:32? Unfortunately not. Slower by 1/10.
Oh, I dare say that slip he had before caused him quite a bit of loss in time.
Yes. Yes, indeed. 1:10, so I mean, he's still got 7 minutes. Or more than 7 minutes, actually. Oh, Revo has improved a 1:30.221.
Oh, dude.
So he is getting closer to those 29s. Can he break it? Time to
I'd
tell.
love to see it 29.
All right, so a little bit of an update here. So Geordie's managed to get his way up into 4th place with a 1:31.84. Major Payne up there now, 1:31.8. Oh, as Matzoid crosses the line there with a 1:31.5. So he shoots Geordie down 1 and puts the second Red Bull up there.
From what I've heard, Russia is very controller friendly, so that should help Geordie out.
Well, that's right, Geordie is on a controller. I don't actually know who's on a controller and who's not in Tier 1, but maybe I'll have to find out. I'll have to find out from the next broadcast, and then we can try and see the slight differences. But anyway, so Mikhail currently... wait a minute, did he just set a time? I thought he was on his flying lap now.
Okay.
It says he's in 2nd. Okay, that's interesting. We'll stay on board, but could have sworn Seb was 2nd for a minute there. As Mikhail's looking to improve on his time. Currently a 1:30.9. Yeah, no, I think he already set his lap.
Yeah, he set it. His ERS is at 0.
Yeah, just the time. It's a timing bug. It said it was on his outlap. That's why I'm like,
I think T-Mac is coming out for his first lap.
Let's jump on board with a Williams driver. Only driver yet to set a time, so he'll cross the line. Let's see what he can do. T-Mac usually a strong contender. Controllers and wheels are allowed. Yeah, we don't really have... AFR doesn't have a lock on whether or not you can use a controller or a wheel.
Pretty casual like that.
We obviously we do have certain assists that are enforced. For example, you can't use pit assist and things like that. Yeah.
Dude, if you're game enough to use a keyboard, go for it.
You can be fast on a keyboard. It's not easy, but you can definitely be fast on a keyboard. I wouldn't. But I mean, yeah, you could if you wanted to. Having said that, you should see some of the guys on Dirt Rally with keyboards. It's ridiculous.
Smashing it out. Well, I'm actually way faster in Dirt Rally with a controller than a wheel.
Yeah, so am I. But I want to use my wheel. I will say this though, it's so hard to do Dirt Rally with a Formula rim. Formula rim's not meant to turn that far. Is it the Russian GP? Yes, it is. We are coming to you from the Sochi Autodrome, round 16.
T-Mac, he's going to have a very tidy lap.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, 4 minutes 34 left on the clock. T-Mac coming around the final couple of corners now. It's looking like it'll probably be in the 32s. It'll cross the line. Oh, 31.7. Shoots him all the way up in a 6th position.
Well done. Is that timing board bugged? I swear River did a 130.2.
He did do a 130.2. That's what I'm saying. The timing board is a little bit broken. So hopefully it will update soon. I don't know.
Yeah, man, that's rough. On a wheel. I just can't turn fast enough.
ABH 172 standings, as in the current championship standings. So Revo is in first with 330 points. Mikau second with 221. And Seb in third with 180. So a very big chunk of difference between those three guys. And then Potty in fourth, Flyboy fifth, T-Mac sixth, Wahid seventh, Band in eighth, Matside in ninth, and Geordie in 10th place. So on board with Wahid here for the Mercedes. His teammate currently in front of him. Not by much, but it's enough in the last of the point standings on the grid. We'll see if Wahid can improve. 132.083 to beat. And while I'm saying that, Reva is also preparing his outlap, so we'll have to keep a close eye on that timing board. Yeah, I actually don't have the... if you don't mind, Psycho, could you look up the constructors table? I don't have the constructors table in front of me.
Right now. So Renault in first on 409 points, obviously with Revo just absolutely carving up the first places. Haas in second on 239. Red Bull in third on 231. So only 8 points separates Haas and Red Bull from second and third place.
Very, very close.
McLaren in fourth, Racing Point in fifth, then Williams sixth, Alfa Romeo in seventh, Mercedes in eighth, Ferrari in ninth, Toro Rosso in 10th. Also not a lot of distance between Williams, Alfa Romeo and Mercedes on 107, 99 and 88 respectively.
It's a close battle for this Constructors' Championship. I reckon I would beat Reva or Mario Kart. Wheel or controller? Because you can play Mario Kart. You can play Mario Kart with a wheel, and it's stupid. But you can
don't even try.
Definitely do it. So Wahid earlier accidentally went a little bit too wide, balked his lap. So hopefully he'll be able to get around again with that ERS on a save mode. Revo now finishing up. Is he going to do the 29s? Will he cross the line? Oh! just out 1:30.162, which is still a blistering lap, but you can tell he was pushing for that 1:29 barrier.
So, what do you reckon about blue shells for F1 2020?
Codemasters to introduce blue shell for 2020. Yeah, that's funnily enough that coincides with Revo's retirement. Apparently. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if F1 2020 had Mario Kart power ups?
Be an interesting game.
Right, so Revo will retire. He's happy with his 30.1. That's pretty much definitely pole. I do have to say though that Mikau is on a 1:30.9. That is the closest I think out of the entire season anybody has been to Revo. And he is currently on a flying lap now. I think he's sitting right behind Seb, who we are on board with. So Seb is 1/10 down, up on his time. Currently sitting third. He'll be looking to beat the Haas behind. And Mikau will probably try and sneakily use a little bit of tow if he can get close enough. Won't be surprised if they introduce a Battle Royale mode. Actually, look, to be fair, right, and they probably won't because it's too unrealistic, but if you had a last man driving mode, that'd be alright. An eliminator series, so whoever's last as they cross the line gets eliminated and you just keep going till someone's left.
That was close. Mikau nearly
Oh
lost
no,
the tail.
Seb has lost it! This might ruin Mikau's lap. Nope. Wait. Oh, it wasn't Mikau. It was Major Payne then. Okay. There we go. Major Payne coming around that final corner. He'll cross and improve 2/10 up to 6th place with a 1:31.6. So Seb unfortunately won't be able to improve on that time.
As the racing point facing the wrong way.
That would be Apollo as Flyboy's coming into the pits there. So that is qualifying done and done. Well, technically it's done and dusted, but we still have 2 of the Williams out on track. Typical Williams, always last for everything.
Even in the virtual world.
Whoa! Bit of a drift there from T-Max. He crosses the line. I just love how Apollo's sitting at the end of the pit lane like, nah, I could go into the pits, but I can't be bothered.
He did try and spin around a couple of times, but backed out of it because the car's too close.
But the problem is he is... oh, there we go. He's coming into the pits now. So he's just obviously waiting, doing the good thing. I can't see that for F1, but I could see that happening in... Oh, well, yeah. Nah, that was obviously a joke, LPF. They would do that in F1. But yeah, Dirt 5 is actually the perfect game for that. It would be so stupid, but I'd play it. I would play it. My only problem with Dirt is, like, I like Dirt Rally too much. And I know that Dirt 5 is going to be more akin to Dirt 3. And so the hand thing's going to annoy me. And now that I have a decent rig set up, it's not going to be able to use it.
Have you ever played Wreckfest?
Yes. Yes.
Love that game.
Lawnmower races.
Love that game.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I like the lawnmower oval races. Yeah. You can put like those big English buses in.
Yep.
It's just this causes so much mayhem. It's so funny. I love doing that.
All right, so that is qualifying done. Revo will maintain pole. Mikau second, and Seb in third. Unfortunate for Seb, he was looking at a decent time there, but slid out on the last sector. All right, so it looks like we will have a dry race. Yep, all dry, as I have been told. How good are the graphics for Wreckfest? Yeah, they're pretty good. They're
pretty
good.
solid.
I haven't played Wreckfest with a wheel, but I can't imagine it'd be good.
I wouldn't even try.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'd be good.
It's not the kind of game you'd want to play on a wheel, I don't think.
Great damage model. That is literally the point of the game. Wreckfest is like Beam NG. Nobody plays it for the racing. They just play it because they're like, oh, I really like it when the wheel comes off. Beam NG is so great for that too. If you there's a map for I think it's called the jump of death or the leap of death or something. But it's ridiculous.
Oh, Red Panda. 3.
How many safety cars? How many safety cars are we guessing here? No, I don't think we'll have 3. I reckon we'll have. I reckon you'll probably have 1 full safety car, and what he said, 1 full and a VSC. Yeah, pretty much that.
I'll go for 3. I'll go 1 full, 2 VSCs, just because a lot of these corners are very deceptive, and I think if these guys start pushing really hard, especially towards the end, they're going to lose the car.
For a tier 1 race to have 3 safety cars is like something's definitely wrong.
It's happened.
Tier 2 for sure. But
Tier 2, I expect full or all 4.
Oh, I'm just going to mention this because it's hilarious. So, as I've mentioned previously, I have a Fanatec wheel now. It's awesome. But I bought the button cap set for it, right? So I could make it look like an actual wheel. But I'm so OCD that I can't decide which caps to use. So I haven't done them yet. I have so much choice. I'm like, what if I ruin it? So I'm still deciding what I want it to look like. So stupid. I played Wreckfest on the wheel before. Force feedback is just weird. Yeah, it would be. That, and I'd like my wrists intact. I only have a G920 with inverted pedals. I reckon if I tried to do Wreckfest on the... I would love to try Wreckfest with the direct drive wheel. I've always wanted to know what my wrist looks like upside down and facing the wrong way. I can't let me just get hit from the side. The wheel's going to scratch.
Drollbert, Lotus, Smitty, Potsy, and Nut are all on mediums.
Everyone outside, well, those 3 that are outside the top 10. Like I said earlier, the softs are they last a long time here at Sochi, so it's a bit silly to try anything else. But at the same time, if you want to try and overcut people, then obviously the medium tire will give you a longer first stint. But the question is, can you make up the pace difference? Because the loss in grip is ridiculous. You'll notice that Lotus will have a hard time getting off that line compared to, say, Gus Rules or Apollo. Alright, so we're just waiting for the back of the grid to form up after their formation lap. Now that there's heat and there's brakes and tyres, increase grip, better starts, and then we just got to wait for those 5 red lights to come on and switch off. Then we'll be able to kick off Tier 1 race here. 27 laps here at the Sochi Autodrome. Now that everybody is ready, and I hate that this camera never fixes itself, but that's okay. 5 red lights. Just wait for them to count off. There we are. Everybody's away. Decent start by Revo, and so far so good. You can see the grid start to mingle together as they come round turn 1, and there's quite a lot of changes happening already. Geordie makes a position. Gus makes a position. Lotus makes a position. But as you can see, Gus managed to shoot up. And that's the benefit of those soft tyres as Mikau almost scrubs the back of the gearbox of Revo. No incidents so far. It's looking good as they make their way around the horseshoe into turn 4. Let's jump to the back here where we've got a very, very close battle. You can see a lot of cars having to swerve left and right on board with Apollo. It's a massive train. As Gus Rules is trying to make it on the inside of T-Mac. The Ferrari and the Williams are fighting together. Apollo is just waiting for a chance to get past. Ooh, he might have just found it. T-Mac going a little bit wide. Gus Rules not with a great exit. He does manage to... Oh, and as I say that, same thing happens to him.
Lotus getting close to Apollo now. Oh.
Matt in the burnt my barbecue pork spare ribs. Someone shoot me. I feel you, man. I really do. Oh, here we go. Apollo making a double overtake. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. So Gus Rules and T-Mac getting into it a little bit. And that's allowed Apollo to go on the inside. Coming through turn 13. What an overtake. Makes 2 positions up in the 10th.
That was impressive.
At least I've got Kuno to cheer me up. So my rule is that you should set low expectations. Just as that's a good life rule.
It is definitely. I read once that happiness is expectation minus reality.
Yep, that's a good one.
There's my fact of the day.
Wise advice from us here at AFR. All right, so lap 2 at 27. On board with Matoid here, trying to get closer to Major Payne. Was at one stage just 100 off. 100th off. But got a little bit loose coming around one of those turns. And has now made a bit of a gap. Let's jump back. A couple more is T-Mac here. Trying to chase down Gus Rules. Gus Rules is doing the same to Apollo. He wants his position back. Oh, Gus tried to look on the inside. Wasn't enough room. So he pulls back, plays it a little bit safe. Hobbsy, I'm rather hoping not to DNF tonight. Russia's wider, mate. You're all right. Russia's a wider track than Singapore.
Only slightly. Oh, Bandcamp taking a position there. Lotus dropping back too.
So it is lap 3, which means DRS is now enabled. So as they all come around, this won't be enabled for that first section, but it will be for the long straight. Oh, it's not straight, the not straight, the long not straight of turn 11 and 12. Geordie picking up the 3-second time.
The outside of Lotus.
Yeah, he'll make the move. So they're still switching between each other, 14th and 15th respectively. Both McLarens trying to attack. Gus Rules going out way wide, so he's lost a ton of positions there, all the way down to 17th. So he must have tried to make a move on Apollo, and it didn't quite pan out the way he thought it would. And it's unfortunate to see both McLarens and Toro Rossos at the bottom half of the grid.
Jacob must have picking up a 3-second penalty.
So Potsy in the DRS zone, so he'll have the speed advantage on Lotus. But as it stands, Lotus is maintaining the gap. What is going on there? There must be a setup change or something. That McLaren should have definitely caught up quicker. Anyway, we'll keep an eye out. It's combined YouTuber now. 3-second time penalty. Not a good start for the McLarens.
Both McLarens looking very, very hungry.
Now, mate, Sochi. Such a bad joke. Such a bad joke. All right, so Major Payne and Matoid. They're switching places side by side now. Hold on a minute. Even Flyboy's in all this. 4 cars trying to make a battle. Major Payne gets out in front. Geordie close behind. Matoid fitting in between. That's a Hungarian, I agree. See? He gets it. Oh! Locks up. Flyboy going way too hot. And Wahid managed to take the advantage there. So Flyboy drops down 1 position. Has to keep a better eye on those brake markers. Almost took out the exhaust of Matoid there. Managed to avoid it, of course, by locking up, but it's cost him a place. Hopefully he'll be able to bring that back as Jacob Meister now closing the gap. So he's got to be wary. His teammate only 2 spots behind.
Mikau chasing Seb down, catching him pretty quickly.
That's the 2/10 mark. Major Payne, the biggest gap so far between the first, second, and third. Major Payne 4 seconds behind Mikau. His teammate is well ahead. You can see still Flyboy maintaining that gap. It's a nice train here. And the DRS section is coming up, so it's going to be pretty much anyone's game. We're going to have to try and watch out for it. I think Matoid will probably make, or try to make a jump. Don't know if anybody's going to be able to pull the trigger. Maybe one of the Williams. Oh, Matoid looks for the inside. Massive! I don't think he realised how fast he was going. Too fast is the answer.
Deceptive how much speed DRS and a slipstream give you.
Yeah, he did not expect that at all. He ends up hitting, I believe he hit Major Payne wide off the track. Lotus has picked up a time penalty there as well. I'll have to watch out. Oh, Major Payne, yeah, 5-second penalty for corner cutting. So that will probably be appealed because I believe that was a cause because Matto ended up hitting him out. So we'll have to try and watch that later. Jacob Meister. T-Mac. Both closest cars. T-Mac trying to jump Apollo. Jacob Meister trying to get Matto down on here straight. You can see Geordie's going up on the inside of Major Payne. He's trying to make it work. Can he get it done? It looks like he has. Up in the 4th place now. Good job from the Alpha.
Very good job by Geordie there. Having a fantastic race so far.
Waheed getting a little bit unstuck now. A little bit of a gap coming out from Major and Waheed. Is Flyboy chasing down Matzoid. Getting unsettled because of that massive dive. Oh, but Waheed picks up a corner cut. 3-second time penalty. They're getting dealt out pretty willy-nilly now. So this is interesting to see. Let's jump a couple. Here's Flyboy with the DRS. Waheed trying to use the toe from Major Payne. Now it's hard on the brakes. And Matzoid this time remembers the brake marker.
He finds his brake pedal this time.
Lucky for him. Just to check. Yes, he has both his end plates.
Is he driving a Red Bull?
He's driving a Red Bull, yes.
Oh.
Maybe the end plates in Russia are just stronger. Lap 6 at 27. Geordie, 3-second time penalty. So everyone is getting prone to these corner cut warnings.
And it's only lap 6.
So Lotus picks up yet another. He's not having a great race down there in 14th. Here's the DRS. You can see Waheed trying to make a move on Major Payne, but he might be way too close. He gets forced on the inside. That was Major Payne's racing line to own. So Waheed has taken evasive maneuvers. Luckily, there is no contact. That, of course, has made him a bit more of a target now for Flyboy. As Jacob Meister gets hit somewhere, drops down 2 positions. T-Mac makes it as Flyboy comes into the pits.
Oh, we got a few guys pitting now.
Flyboy, T-Mac, Bandcamp, Jacob Meister, all coming into the pits.
Oh, both Williams pitted.
Well, that's silly.
That was not very smart, guys.
That's silly. All right, so jumping up to the top of the grid now with Mikau. Currently 3rd place, trying to chase down Seb in the Red Bull. Good race so far. Revo, 3.5 seconds ahead, so it's a decent lead.
Look how far back Jacob Meister is now because of that. That's really unlucky.
Yeah, bad communication between the 2 Williams drivers. That's going to cost Jacob heaps. Everyone's out of the pit. He's still getting tyres put on his car. So, yeah, not a great move, but it is what it is. Let's jump down again with Matzoid. Chasing down the Haas. He'll have DRS. Is his setup powerful enough to make an overtake? My God, he's a rocket ship!
Oh.
He's coming now. He's just got to remember to use the brakes. There's a little bit of contact, but no damage. The end plate is still on. For those of you in the chat, let's have a little bit of a sweepstakes. How many laps go past before Matzoid loses an end plate? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he's going to keep him the entire race.
I'm going to say lap 13, he loses one.
Lap 13, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Apollo Pepsi has retired from the session.
Oh, no. What happened there?
He is crashed. He is crashed in the middle of the straight. And that is a DNF for sure. The wheel has folded. And a VSC gets called out. So not a full safety car, just a virtual one. Technically, they're all virtual, but anyway. Virtual safety car.
And a lot of the guys pitted just the previous lap.
Yep, yep. So you can see Geordie, Wahid and combined have pretty much scored the ultimate pit session there. Oh my God, that's it. There we go. Oh, the VSC has ended. It wasn't a very long one. DRS is now enabled as the wreckage gets cleared off the track. So we are now down to 17 drivers. And Boulder combined coming out of the pits, joining just behind Flyboy. And Matzo just jumped up again, and he's still trying to chase down this Haas. So the Pink Panthers are now down to 1. Flyboy having to carry that team. Hopefully he'll be able to get some points. So now you can see Matzoid's braking a little bit earlier, knowing that he wants to play the safe game, otherwise he would have lost that end plate for sure. That's got to be like PTSD for him. He just like a little bit of a lock up. Oh, they both come into the pits. So Major Pain. Oh, mate, get back in the pit lane.
Oh boy. Oh no, they didn't as well. The Haas drivers. What's going on tonight?
Oh, Jesus. All right. So Major Pain almost rejoining the track. So Seb, Mikau, Major Pain. Oh my God, yeah. God, they both went in.
He got held so long.
Oh God, Major Pain is just losing more and more time.
I
also
believe that every crane operator in Russia is permanently drunk Zudix, so I agree.
Quick to crane that car off the straight vodka power. Yeah. Yeah. Right, so lap 9 and 27. Combined. Closest car on track. Actually, no. Revo is the closest car on track. He's switched over to his mediums there for one lap. He's trying to chase down Lotus.
We'll catch him easy enough.
I think he'll catch him right now. I think we're just watching him overtake on the outside of... Yep. He's made it. He's made it done. Now it's Potsy who's chasing Lotus. Farmer Tinker. I always thought the fencing at this track makes it look like a racing at a gulag. Maybe. Maybe that's the inside joke.
You've been playing too much Call of Duty.
That's it. Yeah, the winner of this race gets to parachute back in. Revo sets the fastest lap, 1:34.8. Here we go, Potsy with that DRS power. Lotus is protecting the middle side of the track. Potsy decides to go in. Oh, a little bit of squeeze happening. Lotus just letting Potsy know, I know you're there, mate. Not going to make it easy, but Potsy will make it across. Oh, it's still side by side. Around the horseshoe. Lotus will have priority on the corner. Nope. Potsy made a great move on the outside there.
Flyboy overtaking Heed and Geordie overtaking Nut.
Go back down to 12th place. Wahid on the hard compound. Okay. Wahid's looking to do the ultra long stint. That's an interesting choice. Because you can... Well, see how it pans out.
He's actually doing a full-length race. My UI is kind of bugged out, so it's telling me Apollo Peps is gaining positions.
Nice. Oh, technically it says that on mine. He's still on 18th though. Landing a little bit sideways.
Gus rules coming into pit.
Switching off those softs back onto the mediums. Sue, that might be Wahid. See how quick Gus can get out. Behind now coming through that last curve. Trying to chase down Wahid. Now he's on the faster compound. He doesn't seem to be able to make the move. Oh, he looks for it. but realises there isn't enough space.
While those guys are fighting, Combine's making his way up the field, and he's probably looking to take Wahid on the next straight, I'd say.
Yeah, we're just trying to. Well, I was just watching him trying to get down on the first one, but doesn't seem to have the speed, even with DRS. So Wahid on the hard compound, not as slow as I thought he'd be. There might be a method to the madness. Oh, actually, as we see these helicopter views, he is gaining time. It's down now to the 2/10 mark. It's Matzoid. It's a 3-second time penalty there. So let's see. With the DRS, can the McLaren catch him?
Yes.
He's gaining, but is it enough? Wahid's going to block off. Yeah, it's not enough.
Oh.
Wahid has kept enough speed to prevent that overtake. Having said that, McLaren is closer and closer every corner, so I can only assume once we hit that next DRS section, it's probably going to fall into Combine's favour. Let's have a look here across the line at 12:27, almost at the halfway mark. Lotus picks up a 3-second time penalty there. So now it's up, and there's the speed. Wahid weaving left and right to see if he can make a move, or a block rather.
Wow,
and
he
it's still
does.
not enough, yeah.
Good defensive drive. Wahid.
Combine trying to go up on the outside there, but it didn't work. You're right, Wahid, excellent defensive driving. Mercedes stays in front, fighting over that last point position, and during all of that, Flyboy is also trying to catch up to Nut, who seems to be having a little bit of trouble with those 11 lap old mediums.
Bit of a train building now.
So Nut must be feeling the pressure, looking in that rear view mirror. Well, the side mirrors.
Flyboy looking to make a move coming down the straight.
And he'll go up on the outside. Will he be in the braking
Wahid
zone?
is
Look at Wahid. Even Wahid wanted a piece of that. Oh, but they're way too close. Wahid is forcing Nut off the side there, and he's done it. So Flyboy will go up to 8th, Wahid into 9th. Nut loses 2 positions. Nut will be looking to changing his tyres soon, but not this lap. Oh, Wahid going a little bit extended there. 3-second time penalty.
Those are going to catch him at the end of the race, especially if they have a safety car towards the end. Those are really going to be very, very dangerous.
And here comes Combined up on the inside. Oh, and he does back off a little bit, gives Nut the position again. Jacob Meister overtaking Jacob at the back, up in the 16th. Combined is trying to get past this Toro Rosso. The longer he stays behind, the further away Wahid's going to get. He has to make a move soon. He has to get past, otherwise he's going to end up wearing out his tyres a little quicker than he'd hoped. Oh, there's a little bit of a bump there. However, no damage.
T-Mac looking at it.
Combined doesn't seem to have the use of his DRS, and T-Mac comes out of nowhere as well.
T-Mac takes them both through the one corner.
Jesus Christ, I'm getting Kemmel Straight flashbacks. Mika Hakkinen, Michael Schumacher, Nut trying to block Combined, and T-Mac just goes, "That's all right, I'll have both of you." All the way up into 11th. Great driving there. But Combined now does shift up in the 10th place. So the McLaren now, or both McLarens now in the points. Potsy up there in second. As Matzoy goes up on the inside of Nut as well.
Nut's got a pit, man. He's losing so much time.
T-Mac and McLaren fighting. Oh, T-Mac looking on the... he'll be on the outside. A little bit of lag. Oh, and he owns that, and Matzoid comes in on the inside as well. That forces the McLaren a little wide. Well, you said lap 13. Lap 13's gone. It's lap 14 now. He still has his end plates. I have faith. I have faith.
That Red Bull's going to keep its wings.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mick Howe, really close to Smitty.
Oh, through the last sector, I think Smitty's just conceded that position. He has. Mick Howe jumps up into 5th there as Combine and Matzoid switch places.
Smitty hasn't pitted yet.
So as they come and the final couple corners, T-Mac still in 10th place, holding strong for Williams. His teammate, unfortunately, down in 17th. T-Mac now trying to serpentine, break that toe, but Combined is in there. However, he's still not using his DRS. I think that McLaren's got a failure.
That would explain a lot.
And if that McLaren does indeed have a DRS failure, that is that's a situation and a half. That's going to allow Matzoid to really put pressure on the back of him now. Mummy, Dad. Hi, mate. Hi to you too. Great name, I guess. It's an interesting one.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. See Zudix has linked a new website.
Yes, we do have a new website thanks to Gus, who's currently 16th.
It looks very flash.
Just pretty good.
Flushing out now, but I do like the aesthetics.
It's a work in progress, but that'll be where you'll be able to see all the news and up-to-date results, your favourite drivers and whatnot. Should be pretty good once it's all done and dusted. During all of that, by the way, Revo picked up a 3-second time penalty. Not that it's going to affect him very much, but so even the best get caught out by the track limits. So even with that DRS failure, he's still managing to stay ahead well. Through all of those DRS sections, Matzoid hasn't been able to make a move.
Just a combined sit and choke going, it's broken! It's broken!
It's broken! Alright, here we go. So let's check. Yep, that DRS is definitely broken. Broken! However, he's still so far ahead.
Can we pull T-Mac in here to do his Lando Norris impression for us?
Oh, major pain there in 14th, overtaking the Toro Rosso. As Jacob Meister picks up another 3-second time penalty. God, the penalties are just being given left and right.
If this is tier 1, I don't even want to know what tier 2 is going to look like. I'm just going to try and keep my nose clean.
So we're at, we have passed the halfway mark. Oops, Seb makes an overtake on Lotus there for third.
Ali just said that's what's lost his end plate.
What?
He has.
Oh, God damn it! Come on, man!
Oh.
I guess I have to extend. I have to extend the GoFundMe another week.
I was going to say we're really going to have to look at doing that GoFundMe.
Come on, Matto, you're doing so well.
Sim Dogger was close.
I said lap 17. I was close. There you go.
Dude, close.
You win one internet, sir. A whole internet.
One internet point for you.
All right, Plotty has come into the pits, switched to the soft tyre, so he'll be looking to do soft. Yeah, no, soft tyres the last 10 laps, so he'll look to do a faster stint at the back.
It's a bit of an ask there, 10 laps of the soft. Everyone was swapping at around 8 or 9.
He'll have a massive climb to do because he's going to come out behind Major Bane. Oh no, just comes out in front. So here we are on board with Can't pit to replace, ran out of the year supply back in Singapore. Nah, see, that's where you've misunderstood Zudix. See, the reason why he drives for Red Bull is because Red Bull gives you wings. So he's fine. That's the one thing Red Bull do better than any other team.
They definitely need to do it for Matsuoid because he loves tearing those things off. I had a weird timing bug for a while. Then it was saying Potsy was about half a second behind.
You've been itching to do that joke since last week.
Yes, I missed it last week. I forgot it, and I'm not going to let it go again.
All right, so even with the DRS failure, Combined is still gaining time on T-Mac. Combined does have 1 lap fresher tyres, but shouldn't affect him too badly. Lotus and Smitty both into the pits now. 16 laps away. Geordie will shoot forward. So will Flyboy, Wahid, T-Mac and Combined.
Poor Chuck. It's all I've got, man. It's all I've got.
Ooh, T-Mac has... Oh, hold on a minute! Combine's DRS wing is now open, so it looks like the guys have sorted it out. He's no longer driving with crutches. He's got full use of the car now, so we'll see if he can finally chase down the Williams. As Potsy is slowly but surely making his way up the grid with those fresh shoes. That's will be his next victim. Well, look at this. He might even just take him here. Yep, and he will.
Wow.
Down on the inside of the brake zone. Nice and easy. Goes a little bit wide. Who cares? Takes nice.
There's nothing as nice as fresh tyres.
Yeah. Finally found the DRS, but would that not be the best? That would be so good. If, like, I talked to him later, he's like, no, my DRS was fine, I just forgot where the button was.
Dude, if they apply cost caps for Red Bull, Matsuo's going to have to retire.
Yeah.
That's going to be the end of his F1 career.
Potsy now behind his teammate. He'll want to try and get past, but he'll want to make sure he does so safely, just to not jeopardise points for the team. Potsy setting the fastest lap with that 134.312.
Oh, those fresh shoes, man. They do some work.
330 Ks. By the time he gets to the end of that, hard on the brakes. Turn in. Kiss the apex of both corners. And he is really gaining time on his teammate. Look at that.
Wow.
He might even make a move in here, and he does. Hard on the brakes, goes on the inside. Combined, giving enough room. That's his teammate go past.
Multi 21. It's definitely not smashing the metal in that car.
Ultra 21, Sep. I do feel like it's a bit of payback now, because Seb, when he was younger, obviously he'd be a hothead and all that. I mean, he did win a world championship. So, yeah.
Charles will do that too.
But that's what I'm thinking. That's what I mean. Now he's in a team where Charles Leclerc is going to dance around him, and he's like, this isn't good. Which is why there are rumours that at the end of the 2020 season, Ferrari are looking at Ricciardo to replace Vettel, that'd be an interesting dynamic in that team, Ricciardo and Leclerc.
I don't know how that'll go. Like you almost need another Valtteri, just someone that's happy to just plod along and not really take the fame.
I don't know. If you have two hotheads, it can breed excellence. I mean, having said that, if you look back to Ricciardo and Max Verstappen's time at Red Bull, not so much.
I think you'll have the same thing. It'll be the same thing.
Ricciardo won't want to sit behind. Exactly. Ricciardo won't want to sit behind Charles because he knows that time is of the essence. All right, so lap 20 and 26. Oh, no! Matzoid!
What happened? No! Oh,
He's crashed. There he is on the side of the track.
that's more than just a win.
Matzoid, devastated at losing an end plate, has decided to end it all.
That's second virtual safety car.
That's a virtual safety car. So apparently Russia being a little bit stingy on the actual one. Or maybe it's just it's done. It's done and dusted. That's it. It's virtual safety car for a corner. And on that restart, Lotus is aggressive, getting the overtake on Gus into turn 12. Well done,
Wow.
sir. The only F1 meme tactic name I know is Spinatus Prime from last year's Interlagos. What does Multi-21 stand for? Multi-21, I'm going to butcher this story, but I'll do the best I can.
Story time, Kunai.
Multi-21 was back when Seb and Mark Webber were teammates. Mark Webber was ahead. I can't remember what race it was, but Mark
Sorry.
Webber.
Let's jump in for a second. Revo's pitted.
Yeah, he's probably looking to get fastest lap off Potty. He'll want that extra point.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
All
Alright, keep going.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, hold on. Jacob looking for a... No, he doesn't. Malaysia 2013. Was it Malaysia? Yeah, maybe. So Mark Webber was ahead. Sebastian Vettel was behind. And the team orders were multi-21. Basically, you guys are in good points. Finish it. You know, that's it. And then Seb disobeyed orders, overtook Mark Webber for the win. And that's right. Yeah, that's exactly right, LPF. Yeah, it's when Seb overtook Mark. So Mark was on for a win. Seb was, to get points. 1-2 Red Bull, no worries. Seb ended up overtaking Mark just for the sake of winning. And, that was a very interesting camera in the driver's room after that. Very interesting.
Yes, LPF, exactly.
Alright, so the gaps have now pretty much blown up across the board. Everyone outside that 1 second mark, except of course Smitty and the Toro Rosso and Jacob Meister in the Williams, all both trying to chase down Gus here. So we're on lap 22 of 27, so we're on the home stretch.
Now we just need a full-blown safety car, and my prediction will be spot on.
We've still got 5 laps to do it. Here's the DRS of Smitty. That Toro Rosso is going to scream past. It's not every day you see a blue car overtake a red one. Here it is. Smitty makes that position up in the 13th. As Jacob Meister picks up yet another 3-second time penalty.
He's not having a good race.
Nut also picks one up there.
What's he getting close to Wahid?
Jumping on board.
Lotus disqualified?
Oh my god. Lotus. For you to be disqualified from multiple penalties, you have to have 30 seconds worth. That's crazy. As Potsy decides to go up on the outside. Great job there. Moves up into 6th place. He's got 5 laps to try and make another couple of positions. As Revo now takes the fastest lap, 1:33.625. Yes, indeed, Hobbsy. It was a very nice pass.
Let's hope Tier 2 is going to be that clean.
No.
Yeah, just being.
No.
Oh.
Here
Why,
he is.
why?
Pink Panther inside, hits the DRS zone. Excuse me, sir. You've got a job to do. Absolutely screams past.
Potsy's done fantastic going back from, what was it, coming out of 12th place? 11th, 12th?
There's somewhere back on the grid like that. And now he's made his way all the way to 5th. His teammate, goodbye YouTuber there in 9th place. So it's going to be good scoring for the McLarens today. Potsy's 5 seconds behind Geordie. Will he be able to make a second a lap? And the other question is, will those tyres last with the extra pressure that he's putting on him? Am I racing tonight? Yes. Yes, I am. And all of my crappy glory because I can no longer drive F1. I'm playing too much iRacing.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Potsy has taken a second off that time.
Wow.
Got another 4.5 to go. As Revo sets yet another fastest lap, 1:33.5.
He's punching it out right now.
Wahid on the hard tyres in 7th place. Not a bad play, not a bad position. Russian race stewards looks to be just as strict as Hungarian officers about speeding tickets. Not just Hungary, mate. Australia's pretty bad for speeding offences. Ours aren't so much speeding. Ours aren't so much the officers. It's more the speed cameras. We've got God knows how many.
It's really mean out there. They don't miss you.
It's so stupid. So many. You spend more time looking at your dashboard, figuring out how fast you're going, than you do at the road because of the speed cameras. It's actually stupid. It's actually stupid. That is my opinion. But it's such a dangerous concept. And they're all just like, well, just don't speed. Well, I would love to. But if you change the speed limit 4 times in a 400-meter stretch of road, how am I supposed to... Like, it's just ridiculous. And when you bring it up, they're just like... And they always make a joke about it because they're always like, oh, it's revenue raising. Oh, people always say it's revenue. It is. Because the idea is, oh, well, we're doing it to be safer, right? To prevent accidents. But you're causing more of them because you're enforcing a ridiculous amount of speed changes, which means a person has to pay more attention to their speedo to make sure they're not breaking the law than actually paying attention to the conditions of the road and driving accordingly. There's a reason why Europe are better drivers than us. It's because they put more emphasis in driver training, and they also don't hark on you about speed limits. The only country in Europe that does so, except Hungary apparently, is Switzerland. Over there, speed is like just outright banned.
They don't like loud things either.
Yeah.
I think there's a Top Gear episode about that. It's quite funny.
Here we go, Wahid, can he make the overtake? Yes, he does on the hard compound. Excuse me, sir, now those mediums are definitely falling off, and this is where Wahid will slowly but surely climb. 6th will probably be where he'll fall. I don't think he'll be able to catch Potsy. 3 seconds is a bit of an ask. Have you seen Russian dash cams? It gives me nightmares, yes. And there's the reason why they have to do that is because there's so much insurance fraud in Russia that it's pretty much mandatory now. And that's why you see so many ridiculous ones.
Dude, Russian dash cams look like GTA Online.
Yeah. Honestly, I think GTA Online is just mo-capped Russian dash cams. Wow, that woman really fell realistically. Yeah. Yeah. She did. Victoria's road system is dreadful. I hate driving there. Victoria's road system is weird. I come from New South Wales. I went to go visit a friend of mine in Adelaide. I passed through Melbourne, and I had to do a hook turn. And I was like, excuse me? I need to turn right, so you want me to be in the leftmost lane? No problem. That makes sense.
I go to Melbourne frequently for work, and I always get a rental car while I'm down there, and I hate driving in this city. Hook turns just make no sense to me.
Yeah, it was an interesting one, I'll be honest. Great city, though. I do love Melbourne. On foot.
Yeah, I love it. I love Melbourne.
On foot.
It's hands down my favourite city.
Oh, Wahid picked up a 3-second time penalty there, going a little bit wide. Coming out of the last turn. Kisses the grass. About time someone else mentioned those damn hook turns. Nobody believes me. No, man, they exist. I can't remember which comedian it was, but he made a joke about that. He's in America. Oh, it's Gabriel Iglesias, yeah. He said that, when you pull into a hook turn, even your GPS is just like, good luck.
Just goes, peace be with you, friend.
That's it.
And that's it.
Melbourne hook turns are smart. Sydney just says no right turn everywhere. Yeah, that's true. Sydney does have a lot of those. Sydney's roads make zero sense to me because, like, in Melbourne they were just like, all right, we'll build a square and then we'll make all the roads go up or like horizontal or vertical, and then we'll just have a grid, and then we'll make a train system. It'll be sweet. And Sydney was just like, I really want this building to be here. Yeah, I know, but then the road has to... Shut up! Building goes here. Deal with the roads later. And if you look at an aerial map of Sydney, you'll see what I mean. What are we at? Lap 27 of 27. So we are on the final lap. Revo with a 14.2 second lead, which will effectively be 11 seconds after that penalty. And so he will take the win here at Sochi. We'll jump on board with him as he comes around the horseshoe. Looking at some of these other times. Nobody's really in a position to attack except maybe Flyboy, but at 20 laps, those mediums are starting to get on the raggedy side, so I don't think he'll have the speed to be able to catch Wahid. He is dropping that time, though. Ooh, hold on a minute. They're trading places. Nope, Wahid does maintain the position. Flyboy might make another attempt later on. God, he might make an attempt now. Oh, no.
Hard's performing better than the mediums in these conditions.
Zudix, driver of the day. Who is my driver of the day? I would say...
Where did Geordie qualify? I nearly feel like Geordie deserves it.
Yeah, it would have to be either T-Mac for that ridiculous overtake, or Potsy for climbing back up through the grid. As Revo takes the win there, crosses the line. Another win, that's 6 in a row now for the Renault. And we're on board with Flyboy, who doesn't look like he'll be able to inch this one out. Wahid will take 6. Seb will cross the line in second. Good points for the Red Bull team. Mikau in third, last of the podium. As Geordie crosses the line there in fourth. Potsy will come across. In fourth place, penalties. Geordie with penalties. Yeah, okay, so Potsy goes up in a fourth. Wahid crosses the line there. Flyboy jumps up due to penalties. T-Mac as well. T-Mac goes up in a seventh. Combined goes up another one. Wahid dropping all the way down into 9.
Damn.
There we go. So Wahid stays 9th. Bandcamp 10th. Major Payne in 11th. Gus Rules in 12th. Smitty in 13th, Jacob Marter in 14th, and Nut will come across the last finishing place in 15th. And that is the race here in Russia done and dusted. A pretty good one, I have to say. Who are we waiting on? Nut.
That's a good battle.
Right, he's there he is coming down around turn 12 now. Yeah, some pretty good battles, some unfortunate incidents. No actual safety car, which is a surprise. Both DNFs, but VSC determining that it was enough. Unfortunate Apollo. You were doing it really well in that first stint. Good pressure, but yeah, ended up, I assume, spinning here, where Nut is right now, hitting that wall. That's where he ended up, so it's a bit of a rough one.
What about poor Lotus getting disqualified?
Yeah, that's interesting. You need 30 seconds of penalties, so that's heavy. That's massive. Just wasn't his day. Don't think it was his day. But anyway, there you are, Prost. Once again, winning for Renault. Good points on the board. Great job there from Seb and Mikau. Great race from everyone, actually. It's a good race to watch. Usually Russia's a little bit boring, but no, we've had a good share of entertainment.
Yeah, that was alright, actually.
Alright, so there's your recap. 3 seconds of penalties, but it did literally nothing. Still 12 seconds ahead.
Yeah, okay. Potsy did his driver of the day, man. He started in 17th.
There you go. Yeah, grid 17. So Potsy will take driver of the day from us here at the commentator's box. Geordie in 5th, Flyboy in 6th, T-Mac combined. Wahid, unfortunate with all of those 9 seconds of penalties, shot him all the way down to 9th. So that's a bit rough. And then, of course, Lotus, Apollo, and Matoid all DNFing, or Lotus DSQ. That's hopefully good, better luck next week. All right, guys, that's all from us for Tier 1. Don't go anywhere. Tier 2 is just around the corner. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves. As usual, I'm Kuno Zero. This has been Psycho, and we will catch you on the next one. Goodbye for now.
See you guys.